7 to 9 West Coast, 10 to 12 on the East, girl, you better tune into it. And boy, I try to tell you this the new big movement. Sit down and catch a vibe, cause these folk foolish. That's what you can bank on, to the bank on. Plus the more mob and the rewatch gang strong. You were not tuned in the Homie with the Zoomies. I'm in zooming with the homies on, man.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? I'm back. We back. Thank you, everybody that pulled up, man. It's been an amazing couple of weeks. Redora, I got your message. I'm gonna hit you back, but I'm still not on Cameo, but I'll respond back to you. It's finally back. Glad to be back hosting. Shout out to Corey Bell for holding it down for a couple of weeks for me, man. Traveling had been crazy and it's still about to be crazy, but we're gonna make it happen, fam. We're gonna make it work. What's up? Randomly CJ, Angel H, Don P, Young Deuces in the building. Shout out to you for getting that interview with Walter, the original Black Power Ranger. Who else we got here? Sexy Ange is in the building. Big Ike's in the building. What's up, everybody, man? I appreciate it. Thank you. It is I. It's good to be back. I'm very excited about it. We got a dope lineup for you, and this also is the lineup that is going to be performing this Tuesday at Flappers. That's right, the brand new show, the Tag Up Show that I've been telling y'all about. Very excited about it. So if you're in LA, man, I'm expecting you to pull up, come on out, have a good time, and see how this goes. This is going to be phenomenal. I got some dope ass comics on this lineup and the lineup of the show. They actually the exact same comics, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm hoping that you guys can make it out. And big announcement. I'm going to announce it in like 30 minutes. Let everybody get on in here, fall on in here, and then I'm going to make that announcement. So let's just jump right into it, man. First off, this young lady's from Detroit, okay? She's infamously known for her poses and taking up for a city. She's doing a pose right now. Y'all can't see what I said. Taking up for a city that is rich in history when it comes to arts and when it comes to manufacturing and providing transportation for the entire nation, and also when it comes to armed robbery. So, ladies and gentlemen, she helped build her high school brick by brick. I want you to put your hands together and welcome back to the show the infamous Miss Keisha E. What's up, lady?
First of all, I don't appreciate that. We are not infamous. We don't rob. We might sell a little dope. That's it. And there's nothing wrong with an honest drug dealer. I carry on. Hey, y'all.
You took off for church this morning to say there's nothing wrong with an honest drug deal?
My pastor's commented on the post too, and I'm saying they're gonna live stream it during the announcement. Like,
bless your little heart.
I don't know.
What's up, Keisha? That silk press looking good.
What's up? Is it? I feel like I asked to get my ends clipped, and I got a whole haircut that I did not ask for, but whatever.
Hey man, but it's still banging. You know what I'm saying? You still out here killing it and whatnot, looking good, teeth looking good, healthy. Then went to the dentist. Okay, man.
I did actually just go to the dentist.
Hey man, look at God. Won't he will? Won't he will?
Didn't he did? Woke us up this morning 10 minutes ago.
All right, well, I'm glad to have you here. Thank you so much for missing Sunday morning church service via your laptop because you ain't going nowhere anyway.
You said what?
I said you just missed it from your laptop because you ain't going nowhere.
No, I was going in the house of the Lord.
Oh, you be going back? You be actually there? You be present?
Yes, our Baptist don't be the same. It feel good for the first 10 minutes, and then you be like, I could have got my ass up on church. And then it'd be a good word, and you be like, you know.
Well, here's the thing, though. You can multitask when you do it from the bedside because you can get up, you can start cooking, right? You can start cleaning a little bit, you know.
But then you're not focused. You know what I'm saying? You're not focused. I feel like I miss.
That's true, but you can screen record it and listen to it back, though.
It's just not the same.
I'll give you that. All right.
Yeah.
I just don't like having to put my finger up every time I got to go to the bathroom. So, you know, that's
Who
just me.
actually does that?
I still do that. If they talking, this is like, excuse me. This finger means excuse me while somebody's talking. If you don't do this while somebody's talking and you walking, you rude as fuck.
That was in 1985.
Wow. I'm learning a lot about you, Keisha. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, this next young lady just celebrated her nuptials. An amazing wedding. I was so happy that I could be there and to support her and her beautiful wife during that ceremony. It was amazing. Everybody wore white. We looked amazing in the pictures. I was very excited. She actually just had a show this past Friday at the Ice House, brand new, renovated design. It is amazing. I was very blessed to have been on a show with a lot of amazing talent. Super excited to have her back on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the super talented show creator, comedian, actor, producer, director, Miss Shantae Wayne. What's up?
What up, Tahir? Quick question. You didn't come to the wedding. That's not a question.
That's not a question.
You weren't there.
I was there.
Tahir.
I popped in and popped out.
No, you did not.
I flew in to come, but I missed the pictures.
I didn't see on that.
Tahir, your wife told you everyone wore all white and had a great time. You literally described what she delivered to you.
No.
Yes, you did.
Not true at all. I was there. I had a great time. Food was great. It was a beautiful ceremony.
Food was not good
and
at
a beautiful reception. It was great. Marlon was there. Me and Marlon talked for a little bit. You know, we talked about special.
I posted him.
What you talking about?
Did you see? You just not gonna let up that you couldn't make it. You sent your wife. It's fine.
I was there.
Okay.
You didn't see me because of all the pandemonium. It was your day to be celebrated, Shantae. I didn't want to interrupt that, so I didn't like, because I knew I couldn't stay long. I stayed like 15 minutes. I was in and out. Took a couple pictures. Right. Yeah.
What was the best part of the vows?
For me, it was just so much emotion. I was crying. I was crying the whole time. I was crying the whole time.
You was crying, but what was you crying about? What was you crying about?
How beautiful y'all look. You got to remember, I've been with on this whole journey with you. You know, you and Marche was there. Her family was there. You know what I'm saying? Tori was there. I mean, her mom. It was just such a beautiful thing. You know, so I was there, man, and I'm very excited.
Did you get to meet my grandma?
You
met my grandma?
I left before then. I didn't get because me and Marlon talked for like 5 minutes. Remember, I was only there for like 15 minutes. So me and Marlon talked for like 5 of that 15.
My grandpa was sent by Marlon. So did you meet him?
No, me and Marlon talked while he was going to grab a drink.
I was waiting for you to say yes because they both dead.
Nope, I didn't even do it. Thank you so much for being here, Shantae. Your show was amazing this past Friday.
Oh man, you murked it, bro. Thank you for doing it and waiting till the end to go up. I appreciate you.
Hey man, listen, I don't want to cause no trouble, rock no boats. It was a good time. The energy was great. The crowd was with it. I was worried. That was my only fear, that the crowd was going to be laughed out because it was a late show, but they were with it the entire time. The crowd sounded like a laugh track. Yeah, and it's very rare that you get that in LA. We get that on the road a lot because certain cities don't have, big names come through there like that. But that crowd was one of the best crowds I've ever done in LA. You did an amazing job promoting that show.
Thank you.
Yeah, fantastic.
Thank you. No, audience always comes great. And you know what I love about the audience? They come out and they love watching up and coming comedians, people that they know. But it's like I don't have to have this grand show, and I just love the energy that y'all bring. Thank you for doing it.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
Man, can't wait.
Let the people see that ring, though. Let the people see that ring.
I'm just thinking that sometimes in life, I had to give me a nice one because I wanted to be a bad bitch in these streets too. So
and you
like my wife.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here, Shantae. I appreciate you. We're gonna move right along, ladies and gentlemen, to a brother that has been my brother since I moved out here. This man has held me down numerous times and put me on to so much game. He was actually one of my closest friends and brothers that went super viral and got all the crazy numbers on Facebook first. And he was one of those people that wasn't stingy with the game in LA and the comedy lane, period. I mean, the landscape has changed a lot. But back in the days, people used to be very close-chested with all the information. This brother has always been very giving, very encouraging, very willing to teach and help out. And I love him for that. Amazing creator, writer, director, producer, content establisher, not just creator. This motherfucker has made some shows. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the funniest comedians you will ever see on stage, from Detroit as well. So you know he probably has a checkered past. Put your hands together for Mr. CT.
Man, that's so kind of you, bro. First of all, before I even acknowledge you, Tahir, Shantae, you didn't see Tahir at the wedding, bro? He was literally there for 15 minutes.
CT, you were not there either.
Yo, I was one of your girls, man. What are you talking about?
The first people I saw when I walked in.
Right. Tahir came in. He said, "What's up" to everybody, and then he sat down because he didn't want to interrupt because y'all were in the middle of y'all vows. Him and Marlon was ducked off to the side. That's crazy.
I never had someone go to somewhere for a friend that they know and not say hi to either.
Well, you were busy. You were literally saying "I do." He didn't want to interrupt that.
How would I look walking up down the aisle? This flowers. I'm stepping on the flowers. These ain't my nuttos. I'm gonna tap you on your shoulder. Hey, Shantae, I just want to let you know I'm here. I'm not gonna do that. That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Tahir, what color were the flowers on the floor?
Now, see, that's not fair because I don't even know that.
Shantae, I couldn't slide through.
What color were they?
I got an edge seat on the opposite aisle. Now, come on now.
But you had to walk through the flowers to get to the seat.
I was on the phone when I walked in.
CT, you ain't.
He grabbed a drink with Marlon. Anyway, like I was saying, bro, Tahir, honored to be here, man. My return to Zooming with the Homies. I am so grateful to be back. This is amazing. Your performance Friday at Shantae's sold out show at the Ice House was amazing. You got a standing ovation. I was very happy to see that. And
let me tell y'all, I got off stage and CT was like, "Did you see a standing ovation?" I was like, "No, I heard people clapping, going crazy." He's like, "I stood up."
That's a standing ovation. I stood up. I don't know if y'all count that. That's a standing ovation.
Tell you where I can get it, baby. That's one. I got one in the bag this year in LA, baby.
That show was crazy.
The crowd stood up. The crowd stood, and it's funny because I was in the back and I was talking to CT and I was trying to rearrange you, and CT was like, "Put Tahir last."
Yo, are you ready for this? Let me tell you the truth, because Tahir is so humble. The humility in this man is ridiculous. He's always tired. He's always busy, but he never complains when it's about these jokes. So, Tiffany Haddish came in on the guest set. Malcolm Barrett came in, and Malcolm was back there like, "Yeah, haven't done this in a while. I'm very nervous." And then Shantae said, "Hey, do you want to go after Tiffany or after Tahir and just close it out?" And I was like, "N-word, you need to go after Tiffany, right? You can't go after Tahir." And he was like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna go after Tiffany." And then Shantae comes over, and I look at her and I say, Tahir needs to go last, because Tahir, you can always count on Tahir to destroy. All right. Malcolm hasn't been up enough times for you to be able to count on what the performance is going to be, which is no problem. He's still newer, but Tahir.
Yeah, and the thing is, Tahir was texting me throughout the day, and I felt him needing to go early. But I just, I was doing the whole, "Hey man, you need a drink ticket. Can I get you anything? There's a private bathroom back that way." I was doing the promo, the hookup. So, but thank you.
I don't want y'all to see me crying from all of this. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it.
So funny, dude. It's honestly unfair how funny you are, because like I said this behind stage that night, man. I remember your next guest that you're gonna bring on. I remember when he got to LA and me and him clicked immediately because he's just super funny. But for a couple of years, I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll go after him, whatever." You know what I'm saying? I have no problem. And then Tahir got to town, and it was some years I'm like, "Oh, I'll go after him, no problem." And then one day, both of y'all separately, they were like, "All right, see, to you next." I'm like, "Well, let's just do a little time in between them." and then I go.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna put this on the screen real quick because it was just a funny night.
Oh man, come on, man.
It was a good night.
Hey, are you ready for this? He still hasn't talked to me. So like, I saw him at David Arnold's memorial, right? And I was about to go say what's up, and he turned his shoulder, and I was like, "I'm sorry, man. We was just having fun."
Damn, I wish. Is that show up? Is it up?
Yeah, it's on his. Well, I don't want to tell people where to go. Anyway, yeah. So go ahead, Tahir. I'm sorry, brother.
Damn, I want to see it.
I'll tell you where it's at.
Send it to me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, man. I'm glad we could get this brother on this show and on Tuesday night show because he has been booking left and right. His new name is Mr. Primetime Commercial Face. Mr. Fuck Books himself, Mr. Frizzy Fries. One of the most impactful and fan-loved episodes, 2 of them, of Wording is Hard. As CT said, this brother, I mean, I love the fact that my peers would challenge me when I go on stage. CT gives me a lot of flowers, but that nigga is a monster. I don't want to follow that nigga. Shantae, Keisha, all of these niggas is monsters. CT such a goddamn monster. This nigga sit down and will destroy the stage. He crosses his legs at the ankles and will destroy the goddamn stage. And this next brother will go up. And when I tell you, he's one of the most authentic people I've ever met in my life. Like, has never changed, always been him. He will rock a haircut that nobody else can touch and won't touch, okay? But he would do it for years, and he'll tell everybody he's doing it for a role, but that movie never comes out. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Welcome back to the show. My good friend, amazing, outstanding comedian, content creator, film producer, director, and all-around good-ass time. Personal trainer too. Let me throw that in too.
Gotta throw
Ladies
it
and
in.
gentlemen, Mr. B.T. Kingsley. Bow, 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 bow. What's up, player?
Oh my God, bro. Let me tell you.
The movie never came out, nigga. You walked around like Blade for 3 years and the movie never came out.
It's coming.
Look, one is coming. 2, that keep your distance comment.
Oh man.
Had me crying because we was just talking about that and Shantae wedding, and I'm like, nigga, that shit is
Wait,
right? Because he was by Marlon and Tahir by the drinks. I'm telling you,
did
Shantae.
not come either.
Huh?
Let me tell you something. You know what I love about this? Because now I feel afterwards I was like, damn, I don't think we invited BT. And I look at the guys in my life and I laugh because who knew y'all wanted to come to a wedding?
We was there.
I'm literally sitting here thinking like, damn, I'm the only one didn't get the invite. I thought BT was
no, I just
it's not about the wedding. It's about supporting our friend on their new path of life. That's what it's about. I don't give a damn about no wedding. Y'all could have did this shit in somebody's backyard, and I still would have came. I caught 2 flights to get there. Went there for 15 minutes.
No, you didn't.
Turned around, caught 3 flights back. I had to take 2 connecting flights to get back to do the show the next day.
No, it was 4 because remember they put you off the one plane because they were taking too long. Yeah, the engines.
I never knew dudes wanted. And Tony, you hush up because Tony asked if I was getting married. I said, you want to come? And he never replied to that.
Tony's the worst with texting. Tony won't answer a phone call. He'll say, text me, but then he'll never text you.
Right.
Trash.
Cold game.
I
he gonna observe the text to see if it's this doesn't.
You know what's funny? I think y'all mad I invite you because you heard what kind of things was happening at the party. And I enjoyed
that. I was there.
Yeah. We had a good time.
Yeah. Is it in poor taste to say that Tony always texts me back and immediately, or is it?
Oh, that was horrible.
Is that frowned upon? Okay, I didn't know. But yeah, BT was at the wedding too. BT came through. BT don't get invited to nothing, so he just show up where he want to go. That's the thing you need to know about BT.
I hear the back conversations of y'all being like, "Man, I don't want to go to this wedding. It's boring. I'm just going for my wife." And now y'all like, "Man,
cut it out."
Niggas hate. My boy straight up said.
People don't invite BT because he always wears a Sprite suit. It was like,
come on, man.
The color scheme is white. BT, he came in that green suit with that red vest.
Hey, see, let me tell you why I ain't doing it.
He's like, I gotta stand out. I was like, nigga, you're going to stand out. Hey, you don't have to do that.
With the red vest.
This nigga look like a walking mistletoe.
See, breaking news. So the other day I got an audition for another commercial, and nigga, it had carbonated drinks, like you know, like you can't have no conflicts. And I was like, oh well, you know, I guess that's out, baby, because they already sent the re-up.
Oh,
right, but
you can't do it.
It ends on like June 15th, and then they got to send another one because they only go for half the year, and then they got to send another one because it's a seasonal ad. And my agents was like, "Nah, man, go on do this shit because this shoot literally right before, and if they ain't sent the check, they normally send it 30 days early." And I was like, "But I like being the Sprite guy."
Because ain't no other Sprite guy. It's just you.
I want to be the Sprite guy. I was like, let's just see if it happens. I was like, man, just do the audition. And sure enough, got the call back. Sure enough, got the avails. And I'm like, fuck, I don't.
Commercial king, bro.
I don't want to be the starry guy. I want to be the Sprite guy.
Did you say what did you say brand was?
Starry. That's what Sierra Mist changed to.
The new shit with what's her girl name? Akila and the BB slurping the nigga up on the
oh my god, it's Sunday morning, BT. Tony Baker.
Right.
You're absolutely right. You text me back fast.
Basketball court. Everybody, it was thousands of people watching while she slurped them up.
Okay. My mother's watching BT.
The lemon in the line was like, damn.
Okay.
My mama is watching BT.
I literally called Tony from downstairs in his own house, and he did not answer the phone.
Hilarious.
No, Tony honestly will. He texts me back too, so I ain't gonna hold you. I don't want to mess up my privileges.
Haven't been in the house though, so maybe that's the trade off. I get text back fast, but I don't get invited to the crib. So I'll take the text.
Let me tell y'all how trash Tony Baker is. Now y'all know Tony Baker don't be going out, right? He don't like going out. He likes game nights or he likes gatherings at the house. He don't want to go to no club, no bar, right? Farron hit Tony Baker up, was like, Tony, I think your birthday's coming up. What do you want to do? We'll take you out to dinner or we'll throw something at the house. What do you want to do?
Oh.
Tony never responded, right? She hit Tony a day before his birthday. Tony, we're coming to your house. We're going to bring food, all of this, whoop-de-whoop.
Wow.
Send the address. Tony never responded. Then he hit her 3 days after his birthday. He was like, sorry, I went ghost on you.
Man.
Apologize, though.
So much to unpack from all of that, but I will address that Tony hit me immediately back when I set up a happy birthday text. But I'm gonna just leave it there. Y'all go ahead.
I ain't sending one. I forgot.
That's
Tony,
cold.
You can't have that for your birthday.
He's still trash though.
We love you.
He wanted to be alone for his birthday. Well, all you had to do was text my wife back, Buster.
Here,
let somebody love on you.
He was so
Tony
hot
right now.
At Flappers when they brought out that birthday cake. Like, oh, come on, man, with this bullshit. And everybody was singing happy birthday. He was hella frustrated. He just had to take it because he was on stage. He was like, fuck.
Bro, do you understand how uncomfortable it is to get the birthday? Like, I didn't even post on my birthday that it was my birthday because one, I did an experiment. I wanted to see how many of my real friends just remembered. And two, that was
I apologize. We had a long call. Me and CT had to come to Jesus talk. It was 3 days.
Oh, CT will tell you.
3 days in conversation with this nigga. Apologize. I was like, hey, you're right, nigga. You're right.
CT will go. Let me tell you something, and break down the reasons why you should have remembered.
This nigga sent me a key chart of how many times I've been there and have not been there. It was a PowerPoint presentation, 10 slides, Shantae, 10 slides. I was like, nigga, who still has Word? Why do you still have Microsoft PowerPoint? That's how petty this nigga is. He don't have a regular job that requires him to use PowerPoint. The fact that he has it just to show people how lacking they are, that's a different nigga, bro.
Well, you know, this is the issue with being able to work from home and stuff is because people could go now, like literally you're at home. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing too much. It's not like you on a clock and can't step away from your desk.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? That social experiment was great, CT. You're an asshole for it, but that's how I usually remember because I'm like, shit, such and such got a birthday coming on. I go to their page. I went to this nigga page. It was nothing about it. I was like, fuck. Am I early or am I late? I waited a couple days, and then who did I ask? Farron? She was like, no, I think it's coming up. I was like, I don't know, I feel like we missed it. I went and I had to scroll back a couple years and found the day. I was like, fuck. Because it's not saved. You know what it is?
What was
I
it?
always see it on social media.
Yeah.
I always forget to save it in the phone. When you get somebody's number, you usually don't add a whole lot to their contact card. So I didn't add the birthday to the contact card because we have social media. This petty ass nigga right here, bro. Now, in his defense, CT always remembers. This nigga's an elephant.
Yeah. So Tahir though,
no relationship to his penis, but this nigga is an elephant because he got the elephant trunk that gear. I don't want people to be like, yeah, yo, you saw it too. I was like, no. I didn't see it thick.
Tony just text me back. That was got real awkward for a minute.
Them Tauruses be very sensitive about they love and they friendships.
You know what? Because I tell Tangerine this all the time, especially about a lot of y'all and just extended friends. I say, yo, Tangerine, I am an incredible friend. Like when I say you're my friend, I try to give as much as I can. So, and it's not a competition on giving and getting, but it's like I am an amazing friend. So when I don't feel the love back, I'd be ready to scorch earth, guy.
Scorch.
It really,
and these are how villains are made. This is Loki, nigga.
You said that's how villains are made?
Yeah, that nigga's Loki.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Keisha, what are you eating?
Prunes.
She going to town, but she keeps sucking them. So
she eating prunes and highlighting her Bible.
I don't know if this
can't wait to be a grandma. Look at her ass over there. I bet she got some fuzzy socks on.
My pepper is about to get put on too.
Feet crossed at the ankle. She's sitting
what?
sideways in the chair.
Wait, that really was
sitting sideways, watching the church. What you eating?
Tony Baker, that is a lie. I do not only say give the love to get it back. I just notice if it's not returned. That's the difference.
But that's what I honestly appreciate about you, because motherfucker, niggas in LA will have a problem with you but won't say anything. They just walk around for years.
Facts.
Back in 2005, you didn't say happy birthday. It's like, nigga.
2005.
I mean, CT, if you miss the date, you're gonna get a call the next day. You know you missed my birthday.
Man, cold game.
Well, niggas will remember you when you they see you on the Sprite commercial.
Oh,
I'm like, happy birthday, BT. I know you was born at 7:01 a.m. You're a rising star. You be like, damn, nigga. I don't know.
You're right.
They ain't gonna do that shit when I'm the starry guy, though. I can see it coming.
They forget you again.
I can see it coming, man.
Bro, your delivery on this Sprite commercial, first of all, shout out to how good that commercial is for being a Christmas commercial and them running it in spring, fall, and the summer, bro.
Bro, when you get a good one, you don't change it, man. This like the Cadbury Bunny commercial.
Oh,
every Easter, bro. They ain't changed that commercial since '92.
Facts. What if it was a buyout? What if they don't even get residuals off that?
Well, I mean, it was just animals. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you think the animals don't get residuals?
Animals dead as fuck, boy.
Them animals get residuals.
Tony, I sent it. I sent the Tony.
Ah, shit. He about to come in here, man. It's about to be some smoke in the city.
This text me back. I will say that.
You say what?
Tony always text me back.
But when I look at the thread above it, my last text was from 2000. That he didn't respond to.
Let me tell you something. Tony gonna text you back, but he'll text me back, but it'd be real concise. The response, it'd be like, this is where I don't have to respond again. I'd be like, I
learned the same thing with him, right? I literally text Tony now, only the information needed. There are no pleasantries, there's no extra adjectives in there to describe how amazing the show's gonna be. I'm gonna read you the last text that I sent Tony, right? And this is because I have to do. I say, hey, Anthony, 2 things. 1, would you be interested in doing a show in Bakersfield July 1st, $500? 2, would you be interested in doing a show at a theater in St. Louis in October? It's a 500-seater. Just the information. No pleasantries other than hello. That's it. Because he won't respond. If it's too much to read, Tony's like, ugh. But then he likes to say he's not a curmudgeon.
Wait,
That word choice.
I'm sorry. What's that word?
Curmudgeon.
Is that what Keisha eating?
Nah. Keisha E is eating porridge and prunes.
What are you eating, and why is it taking so long to finish? Jesus Christ, you've been eating for 30 minutes.
And she never told us what it was.
Little people eat a lot.
Little people eat a lot.
They do.
You know how when you see people eating, like she's eating, you know how we're supposed to eat? We're supposed to chew 40 times every piece. That's what she's doing. Yeah. So it might not even be a lot of food. It might be 2 Chico sticks and an apple slice. But the way she's eating it is taking forever.
She eating Kool-Aid packets.
What?
You eat Kool-Aid packages and just chewing it. Why are you chewing that?
You ever go somewhere and have some food and it be good as hell, but it shouldn't be from there?
What?
Nigga, that's Jack in the Box whole menu.
Bro, I had
Jack in the Box shouldn't have egg rolls that are that goddamn good. Jack in the Box has a whole bowl. They have stir fry. They got teriyaki chicken. They got egg rolls, pancakes, breakfast foods, salads. They got grits and biscuits. They got dressings. They got too much shit.
Hey, that teriyaki bowl, that motherfucker come in handy. It was somebody's house and they had gumbo and nigga got the last of the rice. When I tell you I went right to Jack in the Box and got 2 orders of just rice. Went back to the house. I went back to the house and got the gumbo. I was like, y'all ain't gonna unrice me, baby.
That's funny.
Unrice me?
I'm not gonna cook no rice. I'm just gonna go pick it up and then I came back.
That rice ain't cooked either. So you literally in the same boat.
I had a bacon cheeseburger from Buffalo Wild Wings. I was like, this is way too good. This ain't supposed to taste like this. From Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings are too small for me. I'm accustomed to these GMO enhanced steroid chicken wings now. So like they wings be like this big. I'm like, me don't get this bullshit. They got the JR Cricket wings. JR Cricket got the smaller wings down in Atlanta too.
Hey, wait. One last thing about Shantae's wedding. It was amazing. But also you forget, you're like, oh man, she is gay. So it's like so many gay women there. Cause I was like, me and Tangerine were looking and I was like, man, she's beautiful. She's beautiful. And the women just kept coming up just saying, hey to Tangerine. And I was like, man, that's kind of rude. And I'm like, oh yeah.
So here's what's funny though. A lot of those girls were looking for con.
They were looking for what?
They were looking for the con. I had to I'm trying to be PG on here. This one chick was literally like, help, I want to get some caulk tonight. And I was like, thank you. And she kept following me, but she was pretty. And I was like, just come to the dance floor because everybody was on the dance floor. And everybody, when I tell you the wedding turned into like a high school party of who I could smash tonight.
Oh.
And people stayed all night. People went to other rooms. You know what I mean? Nigga, everybody partied. Not everybody, but a lot of people stayed to the end.
Hey,
I wish I could have stayed to the end.
Nowhere.
It makes it sound nicer.
It does.
Oh my God.
It was one of those things like people. So CT, there was a lot of gay girls there, but there were there was a lot of guys or girls who tried. You know what I'm saying? We
were sitting by all the gays. Wasn't no bias, wasn't no tries.
You had the stud gay, you had the trans gays, you had the different gays. If you would have came on a dance floor, but that was the thing. Everybody that was on the dance floor, they was at the bar. They were drinking.
I don't dance. All I do is this.
Yeah,
from my seat.
All the ones you could have been looking for were right on the dance floor getting drunk.
Damn it.
And they were following me around,
looking for what?
Conk.
What's up, Tony Baker? None texting ass.
Yeah.
Do you just walk around your home on a regular basis? Like, is that what you just be walking around?
Send me your address, Tony.
He get a better signal on the east wing.
Send me that address.
Okay, I came in here to defend myself. I didn't come in here for the good times. And So I'm gonna let y'all finish, and I'm gonna get my shit off. I'm gonna deal with y'all one at a time.
Okay.
BT, you're good. Everybody else about to catch it.
How does BT get? All I've done is defend you.
Now, Shantae Wayans. Shantae Bartholomew Wayans.
What?
I heard about Shantae's wedding on the fly, right? And you know, me and Shantae always text each other just to check in and see how we doing. We just do that randomly. And I'll be responding to Shantae on those texts. Now, on the wedding, can y'all hear me? Am I still good?
We can hear you.
On the wedding invite, she casually says, "Yeah, you coming?" to a wedding, y'all. This is not a barbecue. It's not a game night. It's not, we going to see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2. It was her wedding day. Her first wedding. Her first marriage. Yo, you coming through, Tone? It's in a couple days. I had plans because I wasn't invited beforehand. Like people usually that do weddings, they kind of invite people way in advance.
That's true.
So that's that.
Are we allowed to respond?
I mean, yeah, you can get the rebuttal in, but the proof
is there rebuttal?
Let me just speak my case because again, Tony, and this is my bad, but I think a lot of us, especially on this show today, could attest to sometimes we overthink what somebody else might be feeling or thinking. And I say that to say I love everybody on this show, but if I'm inviting you or I hit you up for stuff quite frequently, and there's always not and no fault to y'all, but I'm busy, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And then if I know how you are just personally, you just don't, I don't see you doing that shit. I see it as boring for y'all. I don't know, I don't know who really likes going to weddings, so that's my bad. But when you mentioned it, I was like, of course, if you want to come, of course, I would love you to be there.
Pull up,
nigga. But I knew you probably would be out of town. It was on a Saturday. I got cursed out by Marlon for doing that shit. So I was just like, it's a weekend. You guys are dudes. If y'all were girls and I didn't invite you, I feel like it would be a little different. But the fact that y'all fellas and Tony, you don't like to step out your house, who would have expected Tony Baker at somebody's wedding?
That's a great rebuttal. Do you have a rebuttal to that?
I love each and every one of y'all to death. I would love to have you guys in my life more, y'all presence, but that hasn't been the case. So I appreciate the texts though.
Ooh.
But now, weddings do be boring. So I feel Shantae's mindset. But I would have showed up to the wedding had I had the proper time to, get my schedule together. But
I apologize.
But I do give you points for thinking that because weddings do be trash. I'll be like, man, get me up out of here, show. Ain't even gonna last. You know what I'm saying? So now, Shantae is out the way. Keisha E, I'll be texting your Detroit ass back. When you text me from the house, that's silly. I'm in the house.
I called you. You weren't gonna be able to hear me. I wasn't trying to go all the way upstairs past Dapper around midnight. It was too much.
That was a bad example.
You looked at the phone. I could have fell and broke my legs down there.
You was doing something. I could have been taking a dump. I don't know what I was doing up there, man. But
I see a lot of blue bubbles on this chat.
You was in the house.
I see one or two gray, very short. 2 words, 2 letters.
I don't wait. What does make you confused?
She talking about I guess they text history.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't know what the
you have an iPhone?
So was that clearing my name or
that's me? Yeah, that's me, and the gray is you, and there's way more blue than there is gray.
Oh, she's saying she texts way more than you do, and way more than you respond.
But I'll be responding.
But when it all went south, Tony sent me a request to join his entourage, his AMC entourage. You did prior to that, he was responding back. And I didn't join the entourage, and I wasn't going to the movies with them at 10 a.m. And that's when Tony was like, I ain't.
That's when he cut the board?
Now, that's a CT move. to CT.
Woo!
One of the most pettiest individuals I know.
Okay.
King Petty. He'll tell you that himself.
Let's hear it, because I got my rebuttals.
CT is one of the best complimenters in hip hop.
You son of a bitch.
CT will make you feel like the best individual who has ever lived.
This is a fact.
But at the same time, you got to give him something back, or he's gonna either call you out about it, or he's just gonna be pissed.
What?
He says this on stage. He even got a joke about it. Yo, if I give you a compliment, you ain't gonna say nothing back. That's from the soul. That's from his heart.
This nigga has evidence.
You got to meet up with CT with a piece of outline.
The proof is in the pudding. He wants that reciprocation right then and there.
CT, do you have a rebuttal?
Hey man, I'm letting him finish. He's not even done yet. This is the tip of the iceberg. Go ahead, man.
CT, and me and CT have similar qualities. Like, you know, we gonna let you know, like how you said CT had a whole PowerPoint presentation after what it went down. He gave you that whole PowerPoint presentation. I had to do that with CT one time when he was rushing me because he needed a ride from me. He needed me to give him a ride, and he was rushing me to leave the scene. So I gave him the ride, but I was brewing every mile. I was brewing internally. And then I texted him after. I was like, "Hey, man, don't be rushing me, man. You needed me. I didn't need you. Don't be rushing me."
Wait, let me give the context to this before he finishes, man. So the context of this, I remember like it was yesterday. This was 2009. Jesus. I was extremely single. I was extremely young, and I was without transportation to get home. Okay, we were at the comedy club, and there was a young lady that was like, "Hey, I'ma come through," and I was like, "I need to get home now." Right? I said, "Tony, can you take me home?" He was like, "Yeah, I got you." Now, Tony is doing me a solid, but when I tell you this brother is lollygagging and not realizing how thick this young lady is, okay? He is lollygagging. He's talking to everybody on the way out. And I was like, "Hey, Tone, can we get out of here, brother?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah. So we get in the car. He takes me there. And mind you, the car ride was peaceful. I thought we was having a good time in the car. Okay? I had no idea he was having a problem. So he drops me off. I say, "Man, thank you so much, man. I'm so grateful." He sends me the text and says, "Hey, man, don't be rushing me." I was led astray. I was caught off guard. I was like, what happened? And then he elaborated, "Hey, man, I did you a favor. Don't you be rushing me, man. I could have not took you," and all of that. And I was so dejected. I was like, "Tony, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to rush you. I just needed you to know this thickness was probably not going to come through the crib, and I needed to get there." And he was like, "I hear you."
He all calm and shit after the
He's
bus.
super calm.
He's like, "I'm sorry, brother.
I apologize." Now that was that. Keep going, Tony.
But I appreciate CT for vouching for my text backs. I do be texting you back, and I'm glad you stuck up for me when Tahir was spreading his falsehoods and propaganda. It's always propaganda. I'm saving Tahir for last. But go ahead with the rebuttal, CT.
Okay, so my rebuttal is Keisha E's just in the crib downstairs. Let me tell you something, brother. We have not even been in each other's homes. I don't know how many. You just gave me fodder for the situation. I don't know how many invites I have given Tony Baker over the years. Like, "Hey, man, let's just hang out. Hey, man, come to the crib." This is what I did most recently. I said, "Hey, Tony, this is back in April. I said, "Hey, man, these are the dates of which I am available for the next month and a half.
Oh,
Let's go see a movie." He said, "Hey, man, we're going to make one of these dates work." I ain't talked to Tony till now. You understand me? This is what happened. Now, as you all know, everybody in this chat knows this. Y'all all know this about me one way or the other. I'm the type of person that if you say, "Hey, man, you're my people, we gonna rock, we gonna always rock." And I also respect if somebody says, "Hey, man, I don't fuck with you." Now, I respect that more than anything because that lets me know how to move. But if you don't tell me I don't fuck with you, I don't know how to move with you. That's my rebuttal. Thank you, Tahir.
Now, when Clayton hit me that though, April, I was just chilling. I was in my cave heavy in April because me and Sabrina just split up, and that's when she first.
We gonna bring that in. Now you can't. Me and Sabrina and Blackie the cat wasn't doing too well.
Blackie the cat.
Nigga felt like he lost.
I just wasn't in the mood for I was just chilling. But that's my bad. But yeah, I was in the cave. Now back to me in the cave. Tahir.
Ooh.
I told Farron.
Hey, you can't move on. You haven't addressed all of the thoughts in the rebuttal. We got the cave in April. What's the house? And what is the
the house? So the house, I'm gonna have you over on the next game night.
Shantae. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Can I bring my wife?
Say what?
So can I bring my wife? We'll do the whole vow service all over again.
You gotta bring the whole wedding dress
in your backyard.
And the preacher, you gotta start over.
I'm gonna have the song and everything.
Y'all had thong?
We had somebody sing for us.
Oh, the song. I thought he said thong.
No,
that
was later.
That was later.
Now Tahir.
No. You didn't address you not going over CT's house.
Oh, touche, Tahir. Thanks. I didn't even think about
that. It just depended on what I had going on at that particular time. It wasn't nothing because I want to see CT's crib.
CT's crib is a palace.
Well, let's stop. That's enough. Subscribe to everything, everybody. Patreon.com.
This nigga has 2 patios and then a rooftop.
Hey, chill out, Tahir. Hey, keep going, Tahir. Tony Baker, what you got to say to Tahir?
Marriage pad. You know what I mean?
Listen, you're greeted by a butler.
No, that's enough. All right, Tony Baker, go ahead and say something.
Yeah.
That's on the first floor.
Yeah, and you take pictures. They always got a what's the background thing that they have in premieres? Yeah,
that's enough.
Repeat.
That's enough. So Keisha, you from the west side of Detroit, right?
No, sir.
Oh, you from the east side? Oh, well, shit. All right. Well, that explains a lot. All right. Well, Tony Baker, go ahead, man. Where you want to say?
Well, yeah. So I just haven't been over. I haven't been over a lot of y'all crib. I ain't been to BT's crib, Shantae's crib. I ain't been to Keisha E crib.
I almost was able to go to Tony's crib, and then the nigga was like, "Just meet my son at the barbershop." Like, damn.
The barbershop.
Like, you can meet me at my house. I was like, "What's that? What's the address?" Just meet my son at the barbershop.
I was trying to make it easier for you because I live in Valencia. You was in NoHo or something, and I was like, "Sincere gonna be in NoHo," so I don't be wanting people to go out their way.
Tony didn't come to my birthday.
Damn.
Was I invited to the birthday?
Yes, you was.
When? How?
I believe via text message. That's probably why you didn't show up.
You got the receipt?
I don't have the receipt. I didn't send the invite.
Oh, that's crazy.
When he had told him, it was a surprise. I wouldn't have even known. Then he told him, like, "Yeah, I got the invite." But
a lot of blue messages. None of them motherfuckers said come to my birthday party.
Shout out to BT Kingsley for having my back up in there.
You said what, BT?
The foolishness. To hear more, I'm tired of you.
Get that stuff out of here.
Oh, you out of control.
He left. Tired of you satirizing my name, man. You creating narratives, man, that people be running with it. They run with everything you say, even when it's horse shit.
Oh,
bless you.
Now, I told Farron, I was like, "Yo, I don't want to do anything for my birthday," but she kept it going. Nah, let's do something. Let's link up. We can go eat. We can come over. I said I didn't want to do nothing. What else you want from me here? I was like, nah, I ain't really feeling it. Take the hint. And it wasn't even a hint. It was in bold print, 12 font, double spaced, all caps. I don't really want to do nothing. I mean, you're setting yourself up for the fail at that point. Now, Tahir's a trash texter himself. Tahir will come out of nowhere, everybody minding their own business, living life. Tahir will come in, ask something, and then we reply, he disappears. He does this in group chats. He does this in individual one-on-ones. He will ask us something and then disappear. Knowing I know his phone stays in his hand. Every time I'm around Tahir, he's on his phone. Oh, I gotta post this. I gotta edit this. Look at this. He on his phone 28/9. Phone, he on his phone right now. Yet still. As soon as he asks the question, we come in there with the rebuttal. He know where to be found. We gotta. So I don't want to hear shit from Tahir when it comes to texting and text back. I put him on timeout. I'm gonna take my sweet time with Tahir on purpose. Because what I'm gonna reply fast for? Wait another 2 hours for the conversation to continue? I like flow. If the flow is off, if it takes you 2 hours to respond, and then an hour, and then 3 hours, and then 45, I'm out.
Tahir, do you have a rebuttal for this, brother? Because you've been mighty quiet since he hit you with these facts,
brother. He knows he's bullshit.
Listen, this is what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
We spend a lot of time tearing each other down.
You hate.
What we need to do is come together, accept each other's faults, and move forward, so we become a more progressive race. Because that's the only way to beat the system. Is for us to come together.
And then come in with my son.
You know, so we can sit up here and point out flaws all day till we blue in the face.
Tell us about black people. Tell us about how black people need to come together.
But the reality is, until we come together, you know, we're broken.
Amen.
Okay? As a race, we'll never be able to excel and achieve our true potential. So just throwing that out there. I love Tony. Okay, I love everybody on this podcast. So I asked y'all to be on the pod. I asked y'all to be on my first show because I love all of you. I want to see everybody do well. You know, I love CT's mindset. I love the fact that he loves hard. BT, talented, you know, individual all the way around. Shantae, comfortable in her skin. Keisha E is from
What
Detroit.
compliment was that? In her living, Shantae just living. Keisha E, beautiful.
He said Detroit. I don't even know what.
Let me tell you about Shantae.
I know you're comfortable in my skin.
What?
She got one.
You said what'd you say, VT?
Let me tell you about Shantae. You want a microphone? She got one of them.
Now, Keisha E, nigga, you better stay over here a little longer.
Keisha is one of the most. It's crazy because she's so reclusive. Right, you don't know a whole lot about her, but you know enough to be like, okay, she's solid, right? Like if we found out that Keisha had dead bodies in her basement, you'd be like, that's kind of on brand, right? It's kind of on brand. The whole Detroit thing. Don't know a lot about her. Nobody's been over Keisha's house.
Listen,
I invited Tahir over my house the other day. Did you?
Tahir, listen to me right now, bro. Keisha E. Oh my God, what are we talking about? I've known her since maybe 2012, 2013. She used to come to shows of mine. I think Donald was bringing her, or David from Detroit. I was like, oh man, she's from Detroit. Great. She was supporting me. I was so honored. And I always like, yo, what do you do for a living? Crickets. Then she started doing comedy. Now, as a brand new comedian, you know, ain't nobody making that bread. When I tell you she was always on a trip somewhere, I'm like, what do you do for money?
Listen, CT
really put me to the side one day. I was like serious. I'm like, what is he about to talk to me about? And I was like, what?
She still ain't answered the question. Nobody knew.
Whatever she doing with that money, that's also how she buying her food. So
how she buying her food. Keisha gets a lease is supposed to be 2 to 3 years long, right?
Yeah.
Keisha gets a new Audi every year.
I don't
know how she finesses the system. Every year she gets a brand new A4, A6. I don't know how she's doing it.
I have the same vehicle. I would thought about getting another one, but I was like,
I don't believe it at all.
Off, so.
And
I don't know what
Tony,
you guys talking about. I invited Tahir to my house the other day. What did you say?
Keisha, it was 1 in the morning.
Let me tell y'all.
What?
Damn.
It was what?
It was 1 in the morning. You invited me at a time when you know I wasn't gonna leave the house.
He was out to dinner. It was not 1 in the morning. This the bullshit Tahir be on now. The new Tahir is, I ain't got enough miles. I ain't got enough charge on my car. That's Tahir's new.
Oh, that's the new shit?
For everything.
Ooh, I like that.
Chargers over here. You could charge your vehicle when you pull up.
Ooh, I'm gonna get an electric car.
You don't have a supercharger, Keisha. It would have took too long.
We have superchargers here.
Oh,
you didn't say that.
What was
See, if you had presented me all this information, I could have made an informed decision. But without that information, I'm just guessing right now. I'm pulling at straws, baby girl.
And his thing was, you ain't never invited me over. I'm like, well, nigga, I'm inviting you now. You said you don't decline for that reason.
But
so
listen, that's fine. I'll give you that one, Keisha. You invited me one time out of the 10 years I've known you.
That's because you always invite. You always have. Tahir don't like leaving his house. He leave his house. He don't like. He don't like
in the streets. I got pillows on the sidewalk. I live in the streets, nigga.
You don't like going to other people's house though. You like people come to your house so that when you're ready for them to go, you just start turning out the lights.
That's a good point.
Like,
I don't do that. Y'all can keep the party going. I'm just going upstairs to go to sleep.
You don't get no 2-minute light at Tahir house. It just be y'all having a good time in the middle of a good conversation. Out of nowhere, that nigga just start cutting out the lights. Like, all right, so what you doing tomorrow? You be like,
listen, Keisha, I don't even want to invite to the house, but if you could tell me from the years of 2012 to 2016 what you did financially, I would truly appreciate it.
You know what's so funny? It's so funny because
she's not
She's not answering this question.
Y'all are very funny.
What not allow her to say?
I was in a relationship with somebody and they asked that question all the time, and I'll be like, "What do y'all like?"
You don't want to know what somebody does to make ends meet?
Yeah. Why y'all don't?
She sells drugs.
Let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all a story real quick, right?
Please do.
And then I'm gonna make that announcement that I was talking about. So I went to Keisha E's birthday dinner at STK. Keisha E had just got back in town. She was leaving STK to go back out of town. Now, I don't know who she was going out of town with, but the person was well off because I know she ain't paid for her flight. It was a birthday trip. And she didn't have no bags. I said, where your bags at, Keisha? She was like, I don't need clothes. I was like, is it that type of island or resort? She was like, no. We'll get something when we get there. Straight.
Okay.
Wait, what? Underwear too? Toothbrush, deodorant. You gonna get all of that?
I didn't say. Tahir put a lot of those words in. He just said, "Where's your luggage?" And I said, "I didn't have luggage."
I asked her, she was like, you think 2 hours is enough time to get to the airport to check in? I'm like, yeah. She was like, internationally? I was like, nah, you should probably get there a little earlier because you got to check your bags. She was like, I ain't got no bags.
I think I'm gonna try this. I just want to see where my funds is at to see if I can make a trip with no luggage.
Y'all are crazy. Where you go?
Then somebody said she the first lady at BMF.
Jesus.
They called her Tommy from Martin.
Like, here's the thing, because bro, on my mama, in my lifetime, I've learned that when you pull somebody to the side and you talk to them one-on-one, they're more apt to tell you the truth. Okay. I pulled her to the side away from people. I looked her in her eyes. I said, what do you do for money?
No, Clay was he was super specific. Like, so I saw you went to Africa and I was calculating the math on the flight to Africa and the hotel, and it came out the instant amount. So I was just wondering, well, how did you talk to me about that? And then he went to the next trip and I was like, what?
She giggled and she walked away.
Malik asked me that the other day. I was like, y'all are very Shantae, does anybody ever come to you and say, hey, Shantae?
Look, she tried to pass it off to Shantae. She never answered none of the questions. Anyway,
you see what I'm saying, Tony? I know it's none of my business. That's why I try to pull people to the side.
Listen.
Shantae's been over my house.
Shantae be posting her shows, and she got the Patreon, and then she got the Patreon show and the show on Caffeine. We know what Shantae do, and if all else fails, we just assume that she's breaded up because her last name is Wayne's. Like, she don't have to even show us. We just assume, like, oh, she a Wayne. That makes sense, right?
Braces don't pay for themselves.
That not be the case. That makes sense. Keisha E, we don't even know your last name. Because your last name
real.
don't start with an E.
I know good and well. Okay, we do know Clayton's name, but I know good and damn well BT. Not trying to.
I already muted this mic.
That's what we not gonna do. I hit BT. He was in my project. I'm like, I need his name for the credit. Like, no.
You'd be like, hey man, I need your name for the check. You'd be like, just put BT. I guess.
Works, baby.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Kingsley is your last name?
Yes.
It's the first name.
What's his first name?
Listen, only two people in this, well, only one person on the screen knows what BT stands for, and nobody else will ever find out.
Is it his actual initials? Or
I know his first name.
All right, man, I gotta go. By the way, man, I added you to a group chat of like hip hop, you know what I mean, on Instagram. So just whatever you want to pop in there, you know what I mean. It's just gonna be freestyles and rap shit. Because we was having a conversation at your show, I thought it'd be cool to include you. You know what I mean?
Tahir, I need you to stop calling me an old man and a curmudgeon all the time, and stop using that word that you can barely say. I don't know why you choose words you can barely get out your fat mouth.
Oh my God!
But stop it.
Everybody's so mad today.
Tony, this is what I'm gonna tell you. Me, Tony, Brandon Lewis, and Kev are going on tour in July. Tony, get ready, because the pranks I got queued up for your ass are legendary. You understand? I spent $500 on materials for these pranks. I'm ready, baby. You think switching out your clothes with Josh's clothes in a suitcase? You think that was something? That's light work in comparison to the shit I got. I bought 36 dildos to put in your camera.
Oh my God! Such a specific amount of dildos.
I ain't even got that many dildos.
And one of them all metal, so you gonna get dinged when you go through that, baby boy. They gonna open up that bad boy, and I'm gonna have a timer set. So as soon as they open up the thing, shit gonna be.
That's a lot of money for a prank.
You know, the funny thing is you just gonna have them thinking that he get down like that because TSA do not care about dildos. I'm telling you, they seen enough. They will not pull out the dildos. They just gonna be like, oh, Tony Baker on a different level now.
But listen, TSA be watching the shit that we do.
Yeah.
I get recognized at the airport, TSA, more than anywhere else.
Really?
So I don't want them thinking.
That's what I'm saying. They go see it go through the thing and be like, oh, Tony.
No.
All right.
Dude was patting me down. He was like, man, I really enjoy your content. Hey, can you finish this conversation when your hands not touching my ass?
That's how you gonna be after them dildos. They gonna be like, so you need me to drive you to your gate?
To your gate.
You need help with them bags, Tony?
Because you had a bag full of cum.
All right, quick announcement real quick about the show that's happening on June 6th, 8 p.m. at Flappers. Again, all the people that are in LA, trust me, you're going to want to be there in person because it's going to be a fantastic show. But for my people that are out of town that still want to see it, this is the first time I'm making this announcement. My Patreon will be able to view the show. Okay, I'm going to live stream it to my Patreon so they will be able to get to see it. If you have not joined the Patreon, you can do so by going to my Instagram page and clicking the link tree. You can see it. So if you're somewhere else, until we can get this show up and running and on the road, hopefully, that's how I'm gonna try to do it. So if you want to check out the show this Tuesday, join the Patreon. You can see the tag up show. So we're gonna do it like that. So I'm making an announcement again on Instagram. And but there's still tickets left, and you get discount tickets right now if you go to my Instagram page and just click my stories. I got the link on Twitter. I got it in my link tree. Very easy to get. So pull up on me.
Somebody said, "Tell me at an open house." He doing a walkthrough.
Tony don't know how to be still.
Well, this is how you get the steps. I figured it out now. I see what I'm doing wrong. It's gonna be at 27,000 steps. I was like, how you get 27,000 steps? You be moving in the house.
That's what my upstairs neighbors must be doing.
You finna go on one of his legendary walks. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the
this time. I'm in the community.
What's up, peeps? I'm in the
Y'all ever just marvel at curtains? Curtains, man, the fabric of our lives. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Before we move on any further, I do want to take a moment of silence to send positive thoughts, to send prayers, to send whatever it is that you may have to offer to DC Young Fly and his family for the loss of their loved one. Prayers go out to that brother. All the love, all the support is possible. I can't imagine becoming a single parent overnight like that. So just want to send him all of our good thoughts, all of our support, all of our prayers real quick. Appreciate that, y'all. Appreciate that. That's a solid nigga, man. And he is very big on family. He's very big on good energy and being led by God. So to have something like that happen to somebody, you know, is unbelievable. But I can't imagine what it's like to be that big in the spotlight and then have to deal with that. And every time you go somewhere, every time you open up your phone, it's a constant reminder. So much love to DC and his family. Pray that they get through this as positive as possible.
Incredible guy, man. Just to even give a funny moment to this brother. Last time I saw him, we were on a set of a house party. And this was, man, I'm like, oh man, it's about to be amazing. We about to have a good time. Because you know, DC is just a great guy. And this is the last shot of the night. I've been there since like 6 p.m. I'm like, great. You know, the longer you're on set, the lower your energy gets. So at 6 p.m., I'm like, yeah, baby, we about to shoot this scene. It's about to be crazy for the movie. They pushed the scene to 2 a.m. 2 a.m. come, everybody tired. You understand me? So I'm talking about even the cameraman yawned at one point. I'm like, hey, man, I'm full of energy right now, brother. This is a movie. DC and I are in this scene with a couple of other people. And we do the first take. Mind you, I didn't write this scene. This is something that the director wrote. So we do the first take, no laughter, right? The director whispers something to DC, and I always feel awkward when people whisper in front of you and they don't tell you what's up. So next thing I know, DC was like, hey, yo, we got to bring it, CT. I'm like, hey, man, what's he saying to you is what I need to know so I can get this together. He's like, we just got to bring it. I'm like, all right. So we do it 2 more times. He looks me in the eye and doesn't say anything, right? Fast forward, I get the email that my scene was cut, and I realized that he was trying to communicate with me non-verbally. Hey, nigga, this scene about to be chopped. I need something to shake. And when I tell you, I was like, man, DC Young Fly is a real one, bro. I wish he could have talked, but he couldn't have talked. He talked with demise. We gotta bring it up, CT. I'm like, hey, man.
I got my controller out here. I'm like, nigga, you're in the house party.
Right.
Man, that happens to the best of us. That happened to me on the finale of Insecure. I'm telling everybody, we waited to the whole season. It's the last episode. All my people watching.
Yeah.
The episode is going. I'm looking at the time. I'm like,
oh,
it's not enough time. My thing was kind of long. Like, it's not enough. It's how I felt in Infinity War. Avengers. Infinity. You see Thanos get shot down. He's like, wait. It's not enough time.
Not enough time.
Nigga, that's how I felt watching that shit. It happened to Tony. Tony was in Whiplash, one of my favorites.
No way.
Tony was in that movie. He was a janitor mopping the floor. He had a clear shot scene, and then they cut it out and they just put a cameo, like of just his silhouette mopping. But he was in Whiplash.
Oh,
that happened to me on I got the hookup too, but I was very glad. I was like painfully watching it, and I was like,
listen, Keisha, the fact that you even mentioned that, you petty as fuck, because anybody who was not in that movie is lucky.
See, I was not a janitor, though.
He said, what, Tony?
I was not a janitor in that movie, man. Tahir just be lying, man.
Well, what were you in the movie, man?
That's what you said.
Tahir be lying, huh?
I thought that's what you said. I thought when you told us that you said you was like a dinner.
I was a stagehand.
Oh.
I was not mopping the floor. I was the guy talking to.
Yo, Tangerine was in I Got to Hook Up Too, and I was in that theater as a supportive husband sitting there going through it. Like, I was just, that was like, oh, it's so long. She was funny, but it was just like,
I had a line standing in between.
Tony, your stuff keep cutting in and out, bro.
If you stay still, we can hear the entire story.
But he going outside, he probably disconnected from the Wi-Fi. I remember I was in Walking Dead. But I was like, the zombies, if you look closer, one of them is me, but it's just like the makeup and prosthetics and shit.
That was right after Shantae's wedding. He went to go film that scene, and a lot of people don't know that.
I remember that too.
Walking Dead. I was actually in the for when everybody come out the portals. I'm like, but you gotta portal. Yeah, I'm in there. A couple of movies, you know what I mean? A couple of things. 300. I was in 300. Back. I'm way in the back, but okay. You know what I mean?
I didn't know Leonidas had any black soldiers.
You got to zoom. You got to zoom.
You got to zoom.
You got to zoom in. You got to watch it on your phone and zoom in.
Only on your phone is where you can watch it.
You can only zoom on the phone and the iPad.
Gotcha.
In the new Spider-Man movie, the Into the Spider-Verse, I'm one of the Spider-Man.
Okay. That can actually be 100% true.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm one Spider-Man, you know what I mean? I got on the I go flip. I go flip through, I swing through, and I'd be like, would you like some corn? Like that.
Bro, so here's the thing, man. I'm very excited for Tuesday. This is your first time doing this show. Give me the layout of this so I can completely comprehend it again.
Okay, so this is how it goes. Each one of us is doing 12 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
Half of that 12 to 15 minutes has to be new jokes. Okay. So come with some premises, stuff that you think is funny, that you want to work out, that type of thing. You do your first half of the set, which is your regular jokes, or if you want to switch it and do the new jokes first, however you want to do it. And then as you're doing the new jokes, we're all on the stage with you. Everybody has a microphone. So as you're working it out, we will help tag up the jokes as you're working it out. Because we all know that jokes take legs on stage. That's where they really grow like life. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're trying to figure out if we can make a concept or a brand new joke, a closer, in less than 6 months to a year. That's the idea. Collaborative.
I love that. It's pretty dope. It is very dope. I know I'm experienced for y'all. What'd you say, PZ?
You've been thinking about what material you're going to do.
Well, as of last night, I was like, well, I know there are a few new jokes. Here's the problem with my new jokes, bro. My new jokes are just thoughts. So it's like, how's this going to go? You know what I'm saying? It's not,
It's either if it's just thoughts or if it's like, this needs a tightrope walking to execute it. It's like,
or more punches to lengthen out and have more distance between the concept and the initial thought and the punchline. You might have the punchline already figured out, but you need some more punches in between. So it's a way to lengthen it, strengthen it, whatever.
You letting the audience in.
Yes, they are getting to lift the veil and see how the process goes. This is what this is about. She can talk about like selling dope or however she makes her money, on stage.
Because here's the confusion, bro. Like, let's mind you, I'm leading this with this is none of my business, yada yada yada. Now, with that, you always talk about being single and being single for so many years. So I'm like, all right, well, if a guy is paying for these trips, this is not possible, because this is like, she's not in a relationship. She ain't got no sugar daddy. She's not. The first thing I asked her was she a nurse? Because we know nurses got that bread. So I was like, what do you do? And for it not to be answered, it has to be so specific that I have to hire somebody to stalk her to get this answer, bro.
I didn't mean to get back to you. I thought we was talking about the jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what?
Keisha is single until she married.
Oh, got it.
No. I just be minding my business. That people be coming for me too. Like, that's why she's single. And I be like, it's a whole nigga over here putting the pork loin in the crock pot. What is you talking about?
Pork loin.
I just be keeping my business to my
in a crock pot. First of all, that's a hell of a crock pot to hold a pork loin.
I had worked on a lot of jokes in the pandemic, and then got into a relationship. Was like, oh, I'm not gonna not use these jokes. And then I got out of a relationship and had some breakup jokes, and then it was like, and then like my life be doing what it do, and sometimes my jokes they get put in where they get put in, and sometimes it line up and sometimes it don't. But y'all still don't get these jokes. But what I'm working on right now is some.
Well, here's the problem, Keisha. Lying to the people makes all the sense in the world. Lying to us is the problem.
I don't lie to the people.
Everybody know I be lying. I'm telling y'all right now. Everybody is in there.
I don't lie to
married,
people,
single, divorced, in a relationship, out of a relationship. Stay out my fucking business. What you trying to do? If you trying to fuck, I don't know. Like, let me decide when I meet you. And I might be in a relationship at that moment, or I might not. I don't know. I don't know, nigga. It doesn't matter. You'll never meet them. Okay. I'm lying. I'm telling you right now. Internet, I'm lying to y'all. Y'all niggas know my life. Except for my name.
Oh, good time.
It's probably a couple things I'm lying about too. But that's neither here nor there.
Listen, man, the type of person BT Kingsley is, he will literally, I pride myself on knowing almost everything about this brother. And then you talk to Tangerine and she was like, oh yeah, he didn't tell you this. And you're like, what? I didn't even know that was, huh? And then you talk to him and you're like, hey man, what's up with this? And he's like, oh, I didn't tell you that? You like, no, you didn't. Now I feel like I'm rationing information. You look at Shantae. Shantae is somebody. First of all, Tony said you don't know anything about Shantae. Shantae is extremely heart on the sleeve. She's an open book. She's probably the most open book out of everybody on the screen right now.
Yeah,
to hear more.
When we was all at the wedding, we really got to see, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Okay.
To hear more is Tahir is probably a little too open. Tahir will tell you every single thing you want to know. You're like, Tahir, what's going on? Oh man, so I just went to the doctor today. They talk about my third toenail a little dark, so I got to start drinking a little bit more milk to get a little bit more white. Like, I didn't need to know that. Well, you asked, so I just figured I'd let you. Tangerine, BT is my best friend. Okay, that's the problem when you share. Okay, anyway, Tahir, do your thing, man. What else is going on with you, brother?
They come in and take your friends real quick.
Real quick, bro. What's up?
You put in all the work, and then that's what happened.
Man,
wasn't BT the catalyst for you and Taz getting together?
Yes, BT was the main, because he was over my crib. This was 2010. He was still living in the Bay, and my birthday had come. Circle back to the birthday, which, by the way, man. Anyway, okay, so I'm sorry. So BT. Because I was thinking about Farron pressuring Tony to do something for his birthday, and I was like, "Oh, Farron, you motherfucker!" Anyway, so BT's at my house, and Tangerine had come by because we were just dating at that point, and she brought a box of gifts for me, like a box of different gifts, and I was so grateful because my birthday often falls on Mother's Day, so people are usually just like with their mama, and I was like, "Man, I'm so grateful for you doing this for me on your way to your mom," and BT was like, "Yo, man. She's the one." I was like, what? Because, me and Tangerine were like best friends first. And I was like, no, this is just a stage we in right now. And he's like, yo, trust me, the way you are and the way she is, you guys can help elevate each other. She could teach you this. You could teach her that. Y'all energy, y'all just great for each other. And I was like, huh? And he was like, trust me, man. And I was like, all right. And then the rest is history.
That's a great friend.
He's the best.
I saw it with Farron and Tahir. I saw it with Marseille and you know what I mean? I be putting this shit together.
I was late on the Farron train.
Did you say Marseille?
He said Marseille.
That's not my wife's name.
What?
I didn't say that.
I feel left out because I thought comedy late.
He said Marseille. He said Marseille.
That's not her name.
Shay. Marseille. Shay.
I didn't say that either. Well, first of all, fuck books. Second of
Don't
all,
forget that.
That's what the preacher said at the wedding.
He said that in the middle of.
Yeah, her name
So
is.
I definitely didn't have a preacher at the wedding. That was not coming to a gay wedding at all.
Her name is Mrs. Wayne. All right.
This is ridiculous.
I'm actually Mrs. Harbor now.
You took hers and she took yours?
No.
That would be hilarious.
Like I could never tour again. They're like, you're not a Wayans no more. Harbor, Shantae Harbor. That doesn't sell tickets.
That doesn't sell tickets.
Fucking see me working at Macy's. Fucking got married, nigga.
Hey, you killing that TikTok though, see.
Shantae.
Killing that TikTok.
Killing the talk.
The luck of the draw. I just lost 60% of my followers though.
How? What happened?
From the post of the wedding.
Oh, yeah, you can't. Come on, Shantae. You got to think, baby girl. What are you doing? Sharing your happiness with the world? You tripping.
Niggas, I lost so much. I used to have like 80% or my like maybe 70% of women followers and the rest of men, and that has changed a lot.
Now you got more men than women.
Now I gotta act like we broke up.
You do it, baby. That's how you do it.
Because the supporters are funny because they want to see black love, but I think they want to see black love in people. I don't know how to say this.
They want to see it in unattractive people. They want to see it with people they're not attracted to.
With niggas they not trying to smash.
Yes.
They want to feel like you tangible. They want to feel like that there's a chance.
Right.
So when Keisha E posts her boyfriend, she's not gonna be booked for 3 years.
That's how it works, baby.
This is how it goes.
That's why y'all don't know stuff.
Get your ass in the kitchen right now.
I'm not posting nothing.
She not.
I got a bunch of married followers.
Y'all could be like with a magnifying glass trying to put it together, pinpoint the time frames and the locations.
I'm gonna give this much of insider information. Some years ago, I met D Woods from Danny Decay at a radio station. Right? I went online and I was like, I posted a picture of me and her. I was like, first of all, this is my girlfriend. We go together. It's a serious relationship. Right? Just met her in the studio. I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm changing my status on Facebook. Nigga, I changed my status that day to in a relationship. I ain't been in 7 other situations. This gotta be 2006. I never switched it again. Stay out my fucking business. It's been like that for years, and I never changed. I ain't been in the shit, out of shit. Nigga, hey, fuck out of here. Get out of my business.
You know, it'd be funny. I saw a text from CT one day. CT, you know the text I'm talking about.
I don't. I'll be so out of control. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore.
You know the text. You sent the text to somebody about what we on now. What we talking about now?
Okay.
It was a post and you sent the text. If you don't remember, never mind. Because
just tell me. Give me the refresh.
You're the most private.
You asked a very detailed. CT gonna ask the questions. You asked a very specific, detailed, intimate, private question. Yeah.
CT be like, so when you started your cycle,
how
wide?
You know what?
How big is the circumference of the wall?
He gonna ask them, can I ask you a very personal question?
Yeah. He always asks.
I lead with that. Respect. Can I ask you some crazy personal questions?
Yeah, but you would think like you want to know, if that's your real father or,
That's your fault for thinking that I'm asking.
Right too.
I always wondered if areolas look different. Can you send me a picture of yours just so I could see?
Yo,
we all curious.
Right.
Here's my thing. I've always, first of all, I got all sisters. So it's like, and I say this, I be having this conversation with Tangerine all the time. I just have way more conversations with women than I do with men because I just grew up talking to girls. So it's like when I have these conversations, or like me and Tangerine talking last night, she was like, oh, I just got into it with this person. I was like, yeah, I usually end up getting into it with women way more than any man. Like I could count on one hand how many times me and a guy have had an argument. You know what I'm saying? But a woman, it's like, oh, that's every other day. So it's just the questions. I'll be wondering stuff. And I'm comedy's greatest detective.
You are married. Like
Yeah.
every other day. Yes. You're gonna argue with a woman.
Well, not the same woman. Tangerine doesn't give me any problems, really. She's the best. No smoke, man. Oh, that's what I was saying earlier. So I was very late on the Farron train because Tahir, when she first visited, was what, 2012, Tahir, or 2011?
Yeah.
2012. So she had come out, and what you guys don't know is I was very protective of Tahir because Tahir's the kind of guy that you have a conversation with him one time and he will remember that conversation and what your likes and dislikes are. And he will come to you with like a gift. Like if you had a conversation of like metal cups, he'll show up to you a year from then and be like, hey man, here's a metal cup. Just saw one in the airport and thought of you. And you're like, oh, right. So what did you say, BT?
You put CT at the bottom of the metal cup.
He's just a nice guy, bro. So it's like I was so protective of him because there have always been women around him that they be cool, but you just don't know. And he loved Farron so much. And even though it was my first time meeting her, I was like, nah, she too quiet, man. I don't like that. You real social, brother. I don't like it. And then like I was really rude and mean to her for like a few years. And then one day I was like, hey, look, I know y'all been married for like 3 years. So I guess you do have his best interest at heart. And I got nothing but love for you. My apologies. And it's been cool since.
But men be guilty of that. Like if it's a dude and he got a girl, I will not speak to this woman. I don't know her name. You know how long it took me to learn Kaneda name? Nigga, years. She was around. I never even really made eye contact with her. I was like, that.
Yeah,
it's a couple comments like that, especially with they from the South. Ron G.
I don't even know his wife's name.
Ron G won't like Farron invited him on the podcast one time, and I wasn't gonna be able to be there. He was like, he had agreed to it. Then he was like, oh, you're not gonna be there? I'll wait till you come back.
I'll wait till you come back. Yeah.
Sydney would call Farron to his wife. Just if I was not around, he would not say her name. He ain't speaking to her, nothing like that.
It might be. Maybe it's a Southern thing. When it's
definitely a Southern thing,
bro. I can't even make eye contact. You hear me?
I don't talk to Ron's wife unless Ron's around. I just wave if he's not there. I just like hey, and I just keep it moving.
Yeah.
No shit, bro.
Oh,
don't want no smoke.
Every one of them. You understand? I'm like, hey friend.
Hey,
when you coming over to do the sex podcast again?
Farron be going over Shantae's house because her wife does Farron's hair. Shantae be walking around in a sports bra and
baby,
put some fucking clothes on, nigga.
It'd be the best. I'll be going up there like, hey girl, so should I wear this sports bra with these boxes?
You be mad here.
You try it on. You try it.
You try it on.
You try it on.
You can change out here. It's fine.
Yeah, it'd be the craziest thing. Shay, I had this camera dude doing filming their podcast first, and they did this mukbang episode with lingerie on. And I was like, hey man, we don't need you for this episode. I went on YouTube and was figuring out lighting and shit.
That's hilarious.
I was behind the camera. I was like, oh, y'all doing well. Speak up a little bit.
You back there with a cigarette? Yeah, y'all doing y'all thing.
Shantae's wife, MarshaNicole.com. Check her site. She's the best.
Never cross the line, but I just be like, we friends, right?
Shay is freaking tremendous, bro. You know what's funny? When I first met Shay, I was like, right? I'm telling Shantae, I'm like, I don't know. Because you just don't know. And then I started liking Marche more than Shantae. She's so sweet.
This
is a good choice.
Well, let's get ready to wrap it up. It's about that time, man. So y'all know how we do the sign offs, man. You got anything coming up, you can go ahead and let them know that. You can also let them know where they can find you at. If you got any new projects you want to announce and tell people to look out for, you can do that as well. And ladies and gentlemen that are watching, please like the video, share, subscribe to the channel. If you have not sent something to the guests, if you want to send something, you want to bless them with something real quick, please do that now. to the rewatch game that want to watch a lady, you still can send something to the game. They will definitely appreciate it. We all appreciate it. Trying to make sure that people get blessed a little bit. So they want to come back on. It's always a good time, but it's always good to get a little something too for their time and their energy. So let's kick it off. Let's see who starts up first. Keisha E, there you go.
Hey y'all, hey, thanks for having me to here. It's been fun as usual. Shout out to everybody for watching. Thank you for the Cash Apps. Young Deuces, T Hudson, Brandon Reese. I have a few shows coming up. Really, you can just follow me on Instagram. I post everything there. It's Keisha.e. We are coming to a near end with the editing on my series, Keys to the City, that BT was in and killed. So I'll be posting that soon and figuring that out. Y'all know my editor went to jail and that was the whole thing, but whatever.
Jesus.
So
you got all the footage?
Yeah, I do. It looks really good. Like really, really good.
You got, but then you got
I ended up getting Cam on it because I had to get another editor. So
okay.
Huh?
I was saying you got a new editor. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I got Cam. So yeah, y'all can just follow me there. Anything I have coming up, I'll post on Instagram.
Okay, cool. CT, what you got for the people?
Also thanking T Hudson, Young Deuces, and Sandra Jackson. Thank you so much for the love. So I am doing Tahir Moore's show on Tuesday at Flappers in Burbank. Can't wait for the show. And also Tuesday, you can check out a new episode of Would You Rather on Kev on Stage Studios. Make sure you check that out. And outside of that, man, I am honored to be back on Zooming with the homies. I love your theme song to hear. It was phenomenal. I see how much you just loved, man. And we all love you. So I'm grateful. I'm appreciative. And thank you so much.
All right, man. Appreciate you, brother. Shantae, what you got for the folks?
Yeah, first and foremost, man, it's a lot of people watching this show right now. Make sure you hit the like button, share with your friends and all that stuff. Keep this going. Thank you, Tahir, for having me. This Tuesday, I'm also on the show with Tahir Moore and this fabulous lineup at Flappers. I am coming out to South Carolina. June is a great busy month for me. South Carolina, I'm coming to you the 9th to the 10th at the Comedy House. I'm coming to San Francisco. I'm coming to La Jolla. So get your tickets. And I'm coming to Tulsa, Oklahoma. So you can follow me at C Wayans. Check out the Linktree / C Wayans. And last but not least, tonight we're doing another episode of Not Your Family Charades. Keisha E, if you are available, I got to get a woman. So if you are free, let me know. And yeah, thank you again for having me. I'll see y'all tonight, 6 p.m. Pacific time.
6 p.m. All right, BT Kingsley.
All right, so first of all, let's get through these Cash App. I want to thank a Young Deuce, T Hudson, and Sandra Jackson for the Cash App. All right, thank you. So Kingsley crew and Queensleys, I love y'all the most.
Queensleys, I like that.
Oh yeah, the Queensleys. I appreciate you, man. Y'all make sure y'all follow my brother to hear more. We on that show Tuesday. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm very, very excited. You guys support all my friends on tour. Okay, let me tell you why. I don't know who I'm popping up on, okay? I ain't touring right now, so sometimes I'm just looking at cities and looking at dates and just calling them and showing up, all right? I may or may not get on stage, but there's a good chance I might be in the building. That's been very, very fun for me. It's been pressureless. I done popped up on Tony Baker. I done popped up on Kev. I done popped up on Matt Ripe. I done popped up on Nate. This is what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to randomly just fly to the city. I could be there, go see some chicks I used to know. Get the fuck out. Okay. It was like a pimp, you know what I mean? You gonna be in Houston? That's crazy. I'm gonna be in Houston. Really? Why? You know what I mean? So don't be surprised if you see me somewhere. I'm not going out on no dates till probably next year. Nothing official till next year. Other than that, man, you guys, when you guys see us posting this stuff on Instagram and or TikTok or wherever it is, please share it. If you laugh, share it with 2-3 people. I'm starting to believe that's what Instagram is looking for. I definitely feel like that's what TikTok's looking for. If they see you sent it to somebody else and they stayed on the damn thing, feels like those are the videos that they pushing the most behind. So make sure that you do that. And more than anything, man, hey man, support this music, baby. I just got my first music check, and I ain't gonna lie, it felt good. You feel me?
Let's go.
Shout out to go listen to the song with me and Shantae right now. Big Vic. You know what I mean? Guarantee that bitch is jamming. You know
yeah.
So,
we did that.
Yeah, go check out the music. The album is coming soon, and more information about Kingsley Fest will be coming up, man. It's your boy.
There it is.
Kingsley Fest. I like that.
Hey, Tahir, my bad. Real quick, can I just thank Young Deuces, T. Hudson, Sandra, Brandon, Reese, Takia, and Franz. Thank y'all so much.
Hey, there it is. All right. First off, I want to thank Franz, Sandra Jackson, Young Deuces. I appreciate it as always. Counselor Kia said, I want to see some wedding pics. I got some on my phone. I'll shoot them over to you.
He can just do not. He gonna stick with that lie.
The best part of look at his face. This is what you need for comedy, bro. He didn't break character once. He's not smiling or fried. He said he was there, bro.
Yeah, Cassandra, if you send me some news, I'll send you the photos too. I got
you. This is the flyer for the Tag Up show. It's gonna be at Flappers, 6th of June, 8 p.m. Discounted tickets on my stories and in my link tree. My link tree is on Instagram. You can go and grab those right now. Really, 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 really need your support. I cannot stress that enough. First of all, this club takes a lot of chances. It gives a lot of opportunities to up and coming Black comedians, whether you got a big name or whether you're starting out, they will give you a chance. So my record with them thus far has been great. I want to keep it that way. So if you guys are available, please, please, please. And I get this a Tuesday and I get this in the Valley. Trust me, my kid's graduation is that day. I'm gonna be going back and forth to the airport, picking up family. It's a busy day for all of us. But if you want to end it with some amazing laughter with this amazing crew that you guys see before you right now, please grab tickets. And again, there's a discount link so you can get the tickets for $15 instead of $25 at the door. Use that link now because they are going to be charging $25 at the door. So I would rather you pay for that. And this is something that people don't talk about. Flappers has a garage with free parking. Okay. A lot of these clubs have parking lots attached to them or around them. It's $15, $20, all that. It's free parking at Flappers. Okay.
And good food.
Multiple levels. And good food.
Oh, like really good like food, not chips and
not just bar food, not just wings. You can get pizzas, you can get subs, you can get po' boys, you can get catfish fillets. They have a real kitchen at Flappers. So it's going to be amazing time, amazing food, amazing jokes, and amazing entertainment. So please, please, please do that right now. Another episode of More to Story will be dropping on Monday. We actually might have Tuesday. We might have to do that one live. I'm not sure. If we do it live, you guys will see it. That as well.
Very therapeutic episode today.
Huh?
Very therapeutic episode.
Great. It was just good energy. It was just really good energy. Tony brought his curmudgeon ass in. We had a good time.
You're gonna go right back to it. You're gonna go right back to it.
Fucking troll. He lives under a bridge. His whole house is under a bridge, and he gets out and some people were walking over the bridge. That's why he left. Hey, what are y'all doing over here? What y'all doing on this bridge? But the main thing I just want to drive home, man, support all of the people on this show. Everybody has something going on, something amazing. Shantae has a couple shows. Keisha has the web series coming out. CT is always putting out new videos, and he's always doing shows. And BT is on your TV on multiple
movie coming too,
commercials, multiple coverage. And he also is always at Chocolate Sundays, either hosting or performing. So everybody has something going on. You have so much entertainment right here. And you have an opportunity to be invested in our lives as we're growing and not like just hopping on the bandwagon once we've already blown all the way up. You guys get to know us personally up close through our Patreon, through meeting us at the shows, all of these type of things. So I invite you guys to take this journey with us, be part of it, be invested. Join the More Mob. As I said, you can watch the entire show is going to be streamed to my Patreon. So if you are out of town and you can't make it to LA or it's just too far for you, you still can watch it by joining a Patreon today. So thank y'all so much for watching. Shout out to Hippie Goals. Shout out to the Rewatch Gang. Shout out to the More Mob and the moderators. Thank y'all so much for watching. We'll see you next week on another episode of Zooming with the Homies. Peace, guys.